absolute Chad sues over 50 women for defamation and Facebook dating scandal. So a bunch of women decided that they were going to get together and put this doctor on blast that they were all dating at the same time in a Facebook group. They were defaming him. They were coming up with a bunch of stuff, but Chad struck back. Let's just go and watch the video.
All started with this post on the Facebook group, "Are we dating the same guy?" When Olivia and Vanessa saw the post and all the comments, they added their own experiences.
He seemed, in my opinion, pretty smug and very arrogant. The entire date, he was putting me down for various things, my job included.
Vanessa never went on a date with Murray because she says she didn't like the messages he sent her. At one point, even calling her a moron.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend, your favorite single mother TikTok divorce dating coach here, back again with another video. And on today's episode, we have an absolutely hilarious one for you here today from Manosphere Highlights Daily, titled "Chad Sues 50 Women for Defamation After Negative Comments on a Facebook Dating Group." So, guys, for some context here before we jump into the video, basically, you have a bunch of women who have joined a Facebook dating group for "Are we dating the same guy?" So it's a bunch of lonely, single, bitter women in a Facebook dating group talking about the guys that they've dated previously in their area. And of course, anyone with a brain knows that they are, of course, dating all of the same group of men. It's a very funny thing to watch happen. But a lot of these women left some negative comments about a guy. A lot of them, 50 plus apparently. And this guy just came out and said, "You know what, I'm going to sue all of you." And now the women are claiming, I'm a victim, I'm a victim. So this is a hilarious video, guys. Make sure you lock in. We'll give it a watch. But otherwise, let's take a listen to this particular video.
Well, can a bad date land you a court date after you post about it online?
He somehow found those comments that we did make. Again, they were factual and they were based in our true experiences.
Whenever you have one of these women say that something is based in their true experiences or true experience, chances are it's a complete and utter made-up lie. Oh, and the reason why this man was able to find your so-called private group is because these groups just allow anyone to join. He probably made a fake account and joined it and saw all of the slander that you were talking about him.
The First Amendment protects you from any laws meant to limit your free speech, but it doesn't prevent someone from taking you to court because they don't like what you said about them online. Now, a group of women say they're being bullied into silence by a guy who didn't like what they had to say about his online dating behavior.
It's very bizarre. The accusations, they're baseless.
I feel not just for myself, but for my co-defendants and for the other women that he's gone after.
Olivia Berger and Vanessa Valdez are just two of multiple women being sued for defamation, libel, sex-based discrimination, and other allegations by Stuart Lucas Murray.
He's basically suing us for $2.6 million in damages.
It all started with...
What an absolute king, by the way. Guys, can you imagine for a moment, okay, look how angry she is. Can you imagine for a moment if men had these groups where, you know, oh, was my girlfriend someone who used to sleep around? Is my girlfriend someone awful? Are we all dating the same girl? Can you imagine if men had these groups where we shared dating, dating profiles from women and gave them reviews and things like this? Oh, the men would be absolutely slandered for this, okay? But these women decide to make their little groups where they complain about men and talk about, let's be honest, the same group of men that don't want to commit to them. And then they cry when they get slapped with a lawsuit. Absolutely hilarious.
It all started with this post on the Facebook group, "Are we dating the same guy?" When Olivia and Vanessa saw the post and all the comments, they added their own experiences.
He seemed, in my opinion, pretty smug and very arrogant. The entire date, he was putting me down for various things, my job included.
Vanessa never went on a date with Murray because she says she didn't like the messages he sent defend her, at one point even calling her a moron.
Everything I said was just my experience with him and my opinions on how I think he should not be on dating sites.
Starting with Section 230, remind us what it is and how that protects social media companies.
It gives them the protection to not be held liable, to not face a lawsuit for things that are posted on the website. In its basic shell, that's what it is. And so with this class action suit, yes, all he sees is dollar signs. If you're an attorney, you're like, you got Facebook and you got millions of people that are on this group, you potentially got millions of clients. I mean, in America, they say 1.8 million are in this group. In London, almost 100,000. And so you got folks all around the world that could be potential clients. So I see him seeing dollar signs, but there are limitations. You're not suing these individuals. You're going to want to try to go after the big fish, and that's Meta. But if you can't get to them because of Section 230, there's really not a big payout in here.
You know what I think, guys? I think a lot of these women are just straight up bitter about the guys on these dating applications because a lot of these men won't give them relationships, right?
You know what's actually very interesting about the situation as well? So when I heard the story, I've talked about it before recently, they were all representing themselves in court. 50 women representing themselves in court. Are you telling me that not a single one of these women have gone out and tried to find a lawyer? 50 women. 50 for something as serious as this. None of them went out and tried to find a lawyer? No, they were not able to find a lawyer that would represent them. So you have this guy, because remember, the media is extremely biased. You have this guy who's going to step in here and he's going to say, oh, this is, under Section 230 and blah, 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 blah. And, can they really be sued for this? Yeah, they absolutely can. It's slander. This is basically, setting up a shop, and it's libel. It's extreme libel. And if men were doing this, they would be, they'll potentially be arrested. And that's very much where this is going. I mean, this is conspiracy. They are, and the messages, he obtained a lot of the messages that these women left. They're denying some of the claims he's made. They're actually denying, like, oh, I didn't say that. But it's interesting because he's saying they said this, and evidently it appears he has the messages. So they can say he didn't say it all they want, but when they go before a judge and they're in the front of the court and they say, well, did you say this? Was this your account? I can't remember. I don't remember. You don't remember saying this. I don't remember. This is them. This will literally be them. I don't remember. I don't remember. I can't remember. That's how these women will operate. That's how women operate, because they cannot take accountability for anything that they say and do. It's an unfortunate situation, but it is the reality that we live in. It's the reality we live in. And, of course, they were all dating the same men. They're all running around with the same Chaz and the same Tyrones, the same Rays, the same Pookies, Brad, Enrique, Little Pancho. As I've said before, they love Little Pancho. They love Little Pancho. He's always laying up in the bed, watching TV, after he had his carne asada, he's just kicking his little toes around and drinking his tequila. Ay, ay, ay. Life is good for Little Pancho. Life is good for Little Pancho, And these are the men that they love. These are the men that they love. It's a sad reality. It is a sad, sad reality. I used to know this white chick, and she would keep on telling me that she had some African in her. Finally, but she would always say that she had African in her, and she would double down that she has like a certain percentage of African in her. And finally, I met her brother and his wife, and I asked him about this. Like, she keeps on saying she has some African in her, and some people say it as a joke, but she would constantly say that she was part black. And I asked them about it, and they would go, no, she's not. She is not black at all. She is making it up. And it was just something she would always say. You have to be guys, you have to be careful with these people. You have to be real careful with these people. This is why I said, if reparations start going out, the moment they start handing out reparations, white liberals will be at the top of the line. They will be camped out there like a new PlayStation is coming out a week in advance. And they will be cutting that line too. Police presence will be needed. Gotta be kidding me. Gotta be kidding me. Telling you. Telling you. Can you imagine? Can you imagine black people trying to get on that line? All these white people tell them, listen, you need to step out of the way. You need to be respectful. We got here first. All right. My people suffered for this many years, hundreds of years, and this is our time. And brother, you need to be respectful because we're all here in the struggle too. And listen to me, they be out there and like dressed up like Kunta Kinte, like they're from some African tribe. And I'm telling you, you see all these hits. You suddenly start hearing all these stories on 60 Minutes or Inside Edition about this group of white people, who they start like their grandfathers and their grandparents, great grandparents. They were slaves on this plantation, and they've been waiting for generations to get justice. And now, finally, after all of this time, and they won't even present themselves as white people. It'll be a bunch of white people, and they'll just act like they're black people. Like our family is finally getting justice. Finally getting justice. Really? Can I see? Can we please have a DNA test? That's none of your business. What, you don't believe me? You don't believe what my people have gone through? You don't believe the struggles that we've passed through? Guys, these people are no good. These people are no good. By the way, I have a channel called Angry where I discuss gaming, anime, geek stuff, nerd stuff, real world stuff, and whatever else interests me. If that's something that interests you, then go and check out my channel. Go check out Angry. There's a link to it in the description of the video. It's awesome. Subscribe to my channel, buy my album, support my work, support the independent artist. Also, I have a channel called Men Walking Away. And on this channel, I discuss more topics like the one you're watching right here. So if you're enjoying this video and you want to see more videos like this one, you can go and check out the Men Walking Away channel. There's a link to that channel description of the video as well, in addition to the Angry channel. So go check the channels out, subscribe to the channel, support my work, buy my album. Absolute Chad sues 50 women for defamation and Facebook dating group. What do you guys think about this? I think it's just damn wonderful, but I want to hear your thoughts on this. So let's talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like the video, share the video, and just remember that all roads lead to MWA, Men Walking Away, and cheers.